Welcome back, everybody, to the Real South Dakota Man YouTube channel. Today, it's a bit of a sombering video. We sunk the Blue Beauty. Stay tuned. Alright guys, as you can see, this is our boat. I'll kind of give you a walk around in a second, but as you can see, there's supposed to be a second motor right here. We were out tubing, pulling a bunch of kids, and we were in the middle of the lake, and with all the rain, there must have been a tree or something that had been in the middle of the lake, because we hit something and then all of a sudden the motor just went, and it ripped a hole in the back, and all of a sudden the back started filling with water. We got the kids in as quick as we could. By the time we actually pulled the rope in with the tubes and got all the tubers on board, the boat was already starting to lean like this. I apologize for the noise, there's a truck route over there. But, so yeah guys, we had to limp it back to the shore from like the middle of Lake Oahe at like 7 miles an hour. And by the time we got back, it was like this far above the surface of the water, so that sucks. So we lost that motor. And so now, today's video, I will be trying to salvage this one right here. I'll be kind of taking you guys with me while we do that, so stay tuned. Should be a pretty good video. You guys, I'll just kind of give you like a walkthrough of the damage. So you can see this is the transom ripped out. And you can see like way up there. It filled with water. A lot of like over here. This. And like down there. I don't know if you can see that. You can see the bottom is all scuffed from and like broken from when we hit that. Whatever we hit. Let's get to work. Let's get to work on this beast. It's just me today. Dad might be in the video, but it's just me. So I'm the only real South Dakota boy at the moment. We'll get to the disassembling process. This is Poppy. He will be helping with the disassembly process. So the first thing we have to do, gosh, this camera is really zoomed in. There we go, that's better. So the first thing we need to do is we need to take all these spark plugs out and examine the just examine, see if there's water or anything in the cylinders. So without further ado, boom, boom, boom. Now that we have those three out, we have to take out the three on this side too. Boom. Now that we have all of the spark plugs out, the next thing we have to do is turn it over. Luckily, somehow the electrics were good. I mean, the boat was literally sunk up to here. You're picturing right there. So now we're just gonna turn it over, see if we get any fluids to come out. Dad's up there, he's gonna turn it over. Perfect. Okay, so some water did come out. So that's good that we're getting that out of there. But now we have to check this high pressure reservoir. We shut it off, luckily, before it was in there for too long, but it actually did go completely underwater. So we're going to take a look at the carburetors. And everything. See what we're dealing with there. So I will come right back to you guys now. Okay, so taking a look right here. This is the fuel filter, and I can't really get too close because it won't focus right, but if you look, I can see it, but you can't. There's no water in the fuel filter, so that is a good start. Next we have to back off this screw. This is the high pressure fuel pump. So when we back off this screw, water sinks in gasoline. So if there's any water in it, it will flow out first, and then once we get down to pure gasoline, that's when we know that this is good to go. And then after this, we take this cover off. So that is the hors d'oeuvres of business. Okay guys, so we're gonna take a fuel sample out of this high pressure fuel pump, just to see how much water we're dealing with in this gasoline. It looks like kind of a lot.
I'm just seeing if we can get to a point where it's no longer water-ish.
Okay guys, so we kind of tilt this a little bit. You see this layer right here? That is what water does in gasoline. See, that kind of looks like oil and water. This is the water settles out towards the bottom. So there is definitely still a sizable amount of water in this gas. So we might have to find a different fuel source other than the tanks that are in it right now.
We'll filter it through a couple more times, see if we get pure gas.
Well,
Or this might be coming out of the pumps or something.
Yeah, we'll run it through a couple more times. Alright, so now while that is dealing with the gas, I'm going to take this cover off of it. Alright guys, give us 1 second. We'll be right back to you. Okay, so we've ran a few cycles of gas. We're just seeing if we can get it down to the point that it's not, that there's no more water settling out of the fuel. So if there's no water in this bottle, that would mean that the main fuel tanks still have good gas in them and that we could try to start this motor. It looks as though we might have some clean gas here. Oh, that's zoomed in. More than likely means that our main tank still has some good gas in it that didn't get contaminated by being full, by being like submerged in the water. So that is a good sign. So now I think what we need to do is check the oil reservoirs, make sure that didn't get contaminated, and then I think that we could probably start this. All right, so I'll take you up there and we'll check the oil reservoirs. This is actually like a check oil reservoir, so if there is water at the bottom, that would indicate that there is water in the oil, which it does not appear as though there is. So that looks good. I think that we could honestly probably try to start it right now. Screw all the spark plugs in, put the boots back on. See what happens. See what happens. If we can get it to start, we're in good shape. We can salvage this engine. All right, starting up in 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Oh, there we go. That's what we want. We need to get a water hose up to it. It's gonna have to burn some of that water on it. All right, so now we have an apparatus that we hook up to this bottom, the intakes, so that it gets water, because boat motors they don't have radiators or anything. They're cooled by sucking up water and then spitting it back out, so we need to actually hook one of those up so we don't fry this engine. But that is incredible news that this engine actually starts and runs, because we can get rid of this motor and make a good chunk of money from having a working motor. So that is amazing news. So I will get back to you guys when we have that water apparatus. So what does this thing do, this suction couple?
So all we do is we put on, sometimes they call them ear muffs or boat muffs. It basically hooks to the garden hose and puts pressurized water into the water intake ports, which is the bottom end of the cooling system of the motor. So normally, if the boat motor is running, it would be in the lake or water of some sort, and it would draw water up through here into the motor to cool it, circulate it, and spit it back out. So we have to simulate that because we are on the ground. So we're using a hose instead.
Alright guys, so basically what the plan is we're gonna run that thing, and we're just gonna run this, just run it basically. Make sure all the kinks are out, and if it runs fine, then I mean we're in the clear. So there you go. Alright guys, now that we have determined that this engine works, it's time to start reassembling it. First things first, we've got to put this cover back on. So it should just like that. There we go. Now that's on. Now, pick you guys up. Now we just have to reattach the flywheel cover up here. There we go. And now we just have to put on the external cover like that. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Real South Dakota Man. If you liked it, remember to subscribe. I kind of thought we'd be pulling the motor off, but it doesn't look like we're going to get to that because we're actually just going to wait to see if someone actually
we're gonna wait to see if someone buys it. Then we'll kind of begin the process of taking the motor off and everything. If you could just do me one favor for this whole video, there's one thing that our channel has asked, is that everyone who watches this video, if it's not too much trouble, just drop an F in the comment section below, you know, just the letter F. But if you guys could do that, that would really make my day. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason to feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction. Oh, beautiful release. Memories seep through my veins. Let me be empty. Oh, and weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight. In the arms of the angel, fly dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you fear. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here.